The four astronauts who will fly to the International Space Station on October 30 visited Cape Canaveral over the weekend for a test flight inside SpaceX's new Crew Dragon Endurance spacecraft, one of the final training sessions before returning to Florida during launch week. Commander Roger Chari, a colonel in the United States Air Force, leads NASA's Crew 3 mission to the International Space Station. Chari and the mission's other 3 astronauts went to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station on Saturday for the crew equipment interface test, which officials likened to a test drive or walk-through of the ship. The 4-person crew will be the 3rd NASA crew rotation voyage to the space station and the 5th human flight on a Crew Dragon spacecraft overall, including a 2020 test flight and last month's all-civilian Inspiration 4 mission. Chari, pilot Tom Marshburn, mission specialist Kayla Barron, and European Space Agency astronaut Matthias Moradon custom-fitted SpaceX flight suits and climbed inside the Crew Dragon Endurance spacecraft Saturday at SpaceX's Cape Canaveral processing facility. SpaceX did suit leak checks and positioned the Dragon spacecraft's seats for launch. The purpose of the test is to acquaint astronauts with the ship and hardware they will use in orbit. Photos from the event were published by NASA and SpaceX on Wednesday. The Crew 3 mission, which is scheduled to launch on October 30, will last approximately 6 months. The Crew 2 astronauts, who arrived at the space station in April aboard SpaceX's Crew Dragon Endeavour spacecraft, will be replaced by Chari's crew. Crew 3 will be launched aboard a brand new Dragon spacecraft, giving SpaceX a fleet of 3 operating Crew capsules. SpaceX is developing a 4th Crew Dragon spacecraft, which will make its debut on NASA's Crew 4 mission next year. The astronauts who flew on the initial missions of SpaceX's Crew Dragon Endeavour and Crew Dragon Resilience capsules inspired Chari and his crewmates to name the new spaceship Endurance. The new spacecraft looks almost exactly like the other capsules in SpaceX's human spaceflight fleet. However, the Crew 3 mission will be the first time SpaceX has reused a Crew Dragon nose cone from a prior flight. There are also software modifications to protect communications equipment from radiation while the spacecraft is docked at the space station. According to NASA, SpaceX also implemented new cleaning techniques to reduce foreign object debris and introduce computer improvements to improve their performance during re-entry. Engineers also adjusted the spacecraft's docking procedures and mechanisms to reduce hardware interference on the space station side of the interface. After a glitch with the waste management system on the Crew Dragon Resilience spacecraft, flown on the private Inspiration 4 mission last month, SpaceX created and applied a fast fix to the Dragon toilet on the next capsule. According to NASA, recent inspections of the toilet on the Crew Dragon Endeavour, which will return the Crew 2 astronauts to Earth in early November, prompted managers to decide to prohibit usage of the waste system on that spaceship from undocking through splashdown. Barron, a former U.S. Navy submarine officer and first-time space flyer, stated that the Crew 3 astronauts have completed their primary training. Crew members received training at SpaceX's headquarters in Hawthorne, California, to practice operating the Crew Dragon spacecraft, as well as at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, to prepare for living and working on the space station. Back in Houston, the astronauts will be placed in a medical quarantine to ensure they do not become ill before their launch. Chari referred to the remaining training in the coming weeks as catch-all or top-off training. While the astronauts finalize their preparations, SpaceX engineers in Florida planned to attach the Crew Dragon's pressurized compartment, which houses the astronauts, to the spacecraft's aft trunk section. The solar panels and thermal control radiators of the ship are located on the trunk portion. The capsule will next be rolled from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station to the hangar at Pad 39A, where it will be attached to the Falcon 9 rocket. On October 25, the Crew 3 astronauts will fly from their home base in Houston to NASA's Kennedy Space Center. They'll take part in a countdown dress rehearsal with the SpaceX support team at Launch Pad 39A, where they'll board their Crew Dragon spacecraft atop a Falcon 9 rocket. The launch is scheduled for October 30 at 2:43 a.m. EDT, roughly when Earth's rotation takes pad 39A beneath the orbital path of the space station. As a crew, we're feeling quite prepared and ready to climb into that capsule on launch day, Barron said. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Do you also think that the astronauts will be successful in this space mission? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.